pointing at shit. Whoa. How many you got there? Okay, this is Snake Diet Sunday Night Live, episode 5. And to start off my talk tonight, I'm going to talk about my 5-day dry fast I did. And how basically I had to reevaluate everything because of this dry fast. So the first time I ever did a dry fast was like probably almost a year ago. I did an experiment with some salt. And I bloated myself up on salt, and I took like 18,000 milligrams of salt one day just to see what the fuck would happen. And my gut was like up to here. And then what happened, I had a powerlifting meet about 4 days later, and I was panicking because now I was way overweight. And I didn't drink any water for 2 days straight, but I drank like maybe a couple, 250 mils of water for 2 days. And I realized I was onto something there, but like dry fasting's been around since the Stone Age, okay? So what happened is this about a week ago, I finally decided, fuck it, because I got sick. I hadn't been sick for like a year because I got drugged down. I got like so many people getting a hold of me from the States and stuff, and I was answering questions all night, and my just shit got fucked up. I got really sick, and so I figured if I was going to do a dry fast, it'd be the perfect time to do it. So I started it at 1 a.m. on last Sunday night, it would have been, or Monday morning, and basically the way it went, I loaded up on a whole bunch of fruit. Actually, I said fuck it, and I just ate like probably a couple kilograms of fruit right before I went to bed that night, and then slept. The next day the fast started, and basically the first day was a joke. Second day was getting, my mouth wasn't even dry. This was the cool part. Like I was feeling a little famished because just from the fasting aspect, and because I was lean enough that it was like I went into this fucking 5-day dry fast too lean for sure. So I was doing an absolute dry fast. That's when you don't do any water at all. No showers, no fuck all, okay? No toothbrush, no brushing your teeth, no anything. Because what happens when you get to a state when you're dry fasting long enough, your body will start to absorb everything you can think of from the outside world. Like, your body is fucking insane. This is what this dry fast taught me. Your body is so fucking capable. And they try to convince you that you can't do anything. They try to convince you that you need meals every 2 fucking hours. They try to convince you that you need to drink water all day long. So now I got the food out of the way. I knew that was bullshit, but then I was starting to think about the water. So now I had to reevaluate everything I ever fucking thought about water. So what happened was I think it was about 48 hours into this dry fast, and I got a pretty good headache. That happens, right? You get a fucking headache. It's like, okay, you're dehydrated. But guess what? I just said, fuck it, because guess who my mentors were? YouTubers. People with no fucking PhDs. People with no degrees. People that just did it. Who the fuck are you going to go ask for help when you're trying to do something if no doctor has ever done it? Would you rather take the doctor's opinion or the fucking woman that did 2 8-day dry fasts back to back and fucking cured her hives, and then she's crying on video because she was so happy because she had such pain from her hives her whole fucking life. So anyway, those are my mentors. So I started this, and I had this headache a little bit, and I'm like, okay, fuck, it'll go away. Sure shit, the next day I woke up, I was fine. So this is now day 3, and now I'm getting pretty famished though. Like obviously just from the fasting where, I was burning fat like you wouldn't believe. My body was just doing like, example, some of the things that have happened to me since this. My skin actually started peeling off my face. Like it was like what happens, it's autophagy, okay? So when you take everything away from your body, like when you take food and water away, your body's got to make it up somehow. And what your body will do, your fat cells are full of fucking water. So what your body will actually start breaking down fat cells to get that water. So what I've realized is that it's like you actually get water adapted. Just like how people get fat adapted from fasting and getting into ketosis, your body will get water adapted. Because fat people, or shit, most people, unless you're really lean, have a pile of water on their body. Like all these women that I help, they always have issues when they're losing weight. They'll start storing water because the body will burn the glycerol, like it'll burn the fat, but it won't take that water. Well, this is how you take the water. Now, before I get more into this, consult your fucking doctor, because this is hardcore shit. Okay, you can't just fucking jump into a fucking 4 or 5 day dry fast or whatever. You gotta be water fast adapted. You need to have been water fasting for some time, like at least have a good 2, 3, 4 day water fast under your belt before you even fucking try this shit. So my skin got better. Day 3, I was getting famished. I was weak. I was pretty much just living at the house. I was staying in my bedroom. I was just reading up on fasting, because when you do this stuff, you get really passionate. You start reading everything you can about dry fasting, which you'll never fucking find in the mainstream world. Most of the YouTubers I watch have like 200 fucking views on their videos. Like people just don't know about this stuff. And what happened was this. Your fucking body will take you. I could have went longer than the 5 days easily if I wasn't so lean. Because what happens, it makes sense. When you get sick, naturally, you aren't supposed to be fucking getting Ensure stuff down your fucking throat when you got cancer. That's what the doctors do. You know the best way to fucking deal with any sickness? Lay there and fucking dry fast. Animals still do it. Everybody did it. Everybody used to do it. Now it's all this bullshit because people need their quick little fucking, their little treatment, so they have the instant gratification instead of actually grinding through something to fix a fucking problem. So then I was on day 3, and then day 4 came, and it's like, when I was at the halfway mark, it was hard. It was getting fucking hard. There's no joke. And then the one night, I'm in bed, and this is where you get on that, I'm not a real spiritual guy, but you almost get on a spiritual level because I made a quote, and basically the quote went, sometimes you have to face the fear of death to find the truth, because that's the only way. And I was laying in bed one night and I was thinking, if you're going to die of hunger or thirst, this is what you'd feel like. And I had this epiphany where it was like, I seriously thought, it's like I could die, and I wasn't scared, this sounds crazy. I wasn't scared. And then the next day came along, and then, I had 24 hours left, and by that time I was fucking weak. I took a picture that morning, I posted where I was looking lean and shit, but I was weak. I was walking up the stairs. And now, if we're going to talk about your metabolism slowing down, yes, mine would have been getting slowed down when I'm that fucking starved, when I'm that hungry and starving, starving, okay? If you're fat, you aren't starving. When you're that fucking lean, you are when you're getting down to 7% body fat. So, now that was the story about that. Now here's the thing. So what it brought to light was this. See this? This is water. You don't fucking need this. You don't need this. See, this is my next point. Are you an aquaholic? An aquaholic. When you see people all fucking day drinking water all day? That's the worst thing you can do, I found out with this fucking after this long dry fast. Okay, so what happens, you'll never get as good of uptake. This water, let's say this is the fucking best, let's say the best water even off the side of a mountain, let's say. You're never going to get the hydrated as well with drinking water as you will with eating food that's high in water. That's what I realized. I realized how little you could get away with. So now, what I've been doing is I started a diet that's pretty fucking haywire. I'm not drinking fluids anymore. I'm actually hydrating myself solely on fruit and vegetables. Now, I said fruit, yes. So optimally for weight loss individuals, you don't want to hit the fruit because you will get carbs and fructose out of it, right? So example, yesterday, does someone have a question?
Yeah, so
let me just finish this tip. So yesterday, I ate last night, and I ate basically normally, let's just say, this isn't exact, but let's say I needed 1.5 kilograms of water a day. Okay? This is going to be worse with shittier water. So let's say I need this is a 1.5 kilogram bottle. Now, yesterday night what I did is I ate 1.5 kilograms worth of apples and grapefruits. At 93 to 95% water, I'm getting just as much water out of those apples and grapefruits as I would have got out of this bottle. And guess what? Last night, it's been way better since I cut like city water out of my life. But last night, I didn't even get up once to take a piss. I fucking slept like I was dead. I slept for like 9 hours, and it was because when you hydrate yourself on fruit and vegetables, the water is in the cells. So it makes your water uptake, it makes it have way more retention time. So like say if I went and drank 3 fucking liters of this shit, right now I'll be pissing. If you ate 3 liters worth of apples, 3 kg about, you won't be pissing. So this is 1.5 kgs. Here's a bag, here's 6 pounds of apples, which is approximately, let's say this is 3 kgs. So this would be 2 of these, okay? So the other thing now, though, because you get so much better hydration from the actual food, if I was to drink one of 1.5 liters a day of this, I won't even need 1.5 liters of apples. I'll need like a liter because you get way more hydration from the fucking fruit and vegetables. So I'm going with apples because I'm fucking cheap, and this is $4.50 for a bag of apples. But if you're trying to still stay a keto routine and you're trying to lose weight, broccoli, zucchini, fucking lettuce, cucumbers. And then, so what you do, so this is where I had to reevaluate a lot of stuff, because normally people that are fasting, they're drinking their water. We all know you need potassium and sodium, okay? So a lot of people, for starting, it's different for everybody, but now the mainstream says you need about 4,700 milligrams of potassium a day, which is probably high. But sodium is going to be all based on how active you are. So somebody that's fucking stagnant and isn't doing a damn thing, I do have people that are taking basically no salt. Salt, when I say the word salt, I'm talking sodium chloride, sodium. Now, if you're active, you need more. So normally, though, if you're trying to say if you're trying to eat once every 48 hours, if you're doing a pretty hard like fat loss routine, you're going to be drinking water through that time. And the problem you run into is you got to get the salt in somehow if you're fairly active. So if you put too much sodium in your water, it could give you the shits, and then you're dealing with the taste, blah, blah, blah. If you're a fucking crybaby, that's an issue. But the cool part now, when you hydrate yourself so well on vegetables, you don't even need the water at all. And then you don't have to worry about getting like any diarrhea or anything. And you're getting way better hydration. So like a good example would be if you were eating one meal every 2 days, and then you eat your meal one day, and then the second day what you would do is you just eat like you just eat cucumbers and then salt them. So you don't need to take your salt throughout the whole day. So I'm going to get into that right quick. So how much salt do you need? So you're going to have to figure that out by how you feel. But the main point is you don't need to take in your salt throughout the whole day, but you can't put just a pile of salt in this much water and guzzle it because you'll get the shits. So the only way you can get your salt in on a day that you're not eating anything is either dab it or lick it a little bit and take it throughout the day, evenly throughout the day, or you can basically, if you chugged it in one little bit of water like this, you'll fucking be on the toilet for 2 hours. But if you take your salt with your food, you won't have the issue. So the main thing is like what I do now is when I eat, I fucking hammer salt hard when I eat. And then the rest of the day, I'm so hydrated. So now what I'm doing is almost like intermittent dry fasting. So I have no fluids all day long. And then tonight when I go eat, here's exactly what I'm going to eat tonight. I'm going to eat a steak. I'm going to eat 6 eggs. I'm going to probably eat a kilo of apples, if not more, and probably a kilo of grapefruit. And I'm going to eat a bunch of butter and a bunch of nuts. And I'm gonna be so hydrated off those apples and grapefruit that tomorrow I can go all fucking day without drinking a drop. And these guys go out of business. It's so true. Go ahead, ask me.
So earlier someone asked,
right?
Sorry, I'm just scrolling through quick. I'm prone to bladder infections. Dry fast makes me nervous. What's your thoughts?
So the first thing is, this is like more of an advanced type of fasting, right? So don't do this for starters. At the start, fix your body. So start an easier fasting routine. So you want to, obviously you want to be, water fasting, and you want to be getting your vegetables and fats. I don't know if you're overweight, I don't know what the deal is. But if you're going to dry fast, you definitely want to be adapted to regular water fasting first. Okay, but as far as a bladder infection, you got to understand that when people say these things, like I got, say, a bladder infection, or I got this itis, or this fucking, or I got, osis, or isis, like all these fucking names that get put on these chronic diseases. These aren't chronic. Almost every fuck up you got can be fixed with fucking fasting and a proper eating routine. Everything. Like, I watched this fucking video today on YouTube. This guy's doing an interview with Jason Fung, and the guy's like talking to Fung about reversing type 2 diabetes. And the way the guy even was addressing Fung, it's like, is this for real almost? It's like, oh, this guy, he says you can reverse type 2 diabetes, but it's like he's talking to Fung like it's almost like this is new. Like this is a big deal because everyone's so fucking brainwashed and shit like that is like not reversible. Okay, so back to the dry fasting. This is the whole thing. When you stop and don't fucking put shit in your body, it will fucking fix itself. Your body will even make its own amino acids. Your body will do crazy shit. It'll pull, if you aren't getting water, if you went and laid in a nice river, your body will take in that, it'll hydrate itself through your fucking skin. You know how long you could go without water or food if you're overweight and you have if you were like without even having a water source around you. But if you were to lay in the water and don't drink it, you could go for so fucking long. If you were fat, you could easily, if you're adapted to water fasting and fasting, you could go 20 fucking days without water or food. People are like, oh, you can't do that, it's hard on your kidneys. Like, that's where, fuck. A guy got locked in prison one time. This is the longest recorded time somebody had to fast. They locked this fucking guy up. They forgot about him, they say. But they left him in fucking jail. And he was in there for 18 days and he didn't die. Like, he was fucked up when they finally got him because he was so lean. See, as long as you're fat, it doesn't matter. Because what's going to happen, as long as you're very inactive and you're overweight, you can go so long without water because your body is going to take the water that it needs from the fucking fat cells. That's all the water you need. You don't need any more. When you're drinking extra, you're just pissing out fucking electrolytes. That's why everybody's getting cramps and shit all the time. Okay, so as far as the salt goes, because people are always asking me questions, how much fucking salt do you need? Well, with the way I'm eating now, because I'm not drinking water anymore, like all I got to do is I add salt to my food, and I go with about a teaspoon of salt, maybe a teaspoon and a half of salt, and what is that? Oh, I usually go with a teaspoon and a half of salt, and then now my potassium's out of my life. See, I never did really like having to take the potassium, and I don't now because I'm just getting all the potassium I need through all the food that I'm eating for water. So basically I'm saving stomach space too, and guess what? I'm getting leaner. I'm getting so fucking lean. Like when you intermittently dry fast, your body is it's just better. It gets so many better results. And like fasting's one thing, fasting's amazing, but this dry fasting's fucking insane. So if anybody has any questions, I will not, like right now, this is a little bit of experimental situation with me not drinking any fluids and just getting all my water through food. But the whole reason I felt this way to try it because of obviously that long fast, like you got to remember, like there's only a handful of people in the world that have the ability to what's the word I'm looking for? Fuck. to voluntarily do a 5-day dry fast. A handful of people. And I did it the other day. What I'm saying is this. If your fucking doctor doesn't have any experience with this shit, they're fucking useless. Because who are you gonna, if you wanted to do a fasting focused diet, who the fuck are you gonna ask for help? The doctor that's fat, that has no experience, but they've read a bunch of books about shit that they fucking teach all the wrong shit in school, or somebody that's done it and faced the issues. So that's the main thing. A lot of these people that I'm helping, these people, the people that I'm helping have more fucking experience than most fucking doctors or anybody out there. Because they're doing it. They're living it. They're practicing what they preach. Okay, now, so that was the dry fast. At that higher level, though, I was going to say something, too. When I was laying in bed, I realized, it's amazing how it brought me back to nature. I fucking hated it here. I hated it. I hated having to, like, sit in my bedroom because I knew that, like, obviously I was quite famished and it probably wasn't a good idea to go out, really. You know, I went out with Maz for the one night, and he had a tea, and I had just sat there or whatever, but it wasn't far from the house. He came and picked me up. But, like, I fucking hated it. You know what? That was one thing that really made me realize when I had to evaluate my whole life, because it's like I wished I was just on the side of a river in a fucking tent, just fasting. You know? I wish I was just out in the bush. Like, it really brought me back to where we should be and how this is all wrong. Like, everything around me just seemed fucked up. It's like I'm doing this fast, and it's like I'm in this house and in this city, and there's cars, and if I'm gonna do another long one like that, I will not be here. I'll go somewhere out fucking, it's not like an urban area for sure, and I'll be like out somewhere, like somewheres, or even like in a tent. Like, I don't need anything, obviously. I'm dry fasting. I don't need no food. I just throw a tent in my fucking car, drive to a wicked-ass lake in BC, and lay there for a week. The cleanse you get from this is insane. Your body's cells, the mitochondria, when you don't give your body anything, no food, no water, your body will chew up every fucking nasty-ass thing that shouldn't be there. Only the strongest cells will survive. It's like vacuuming up your house. It's like the strong cells will eat your body will eat all the bad shit. Cancer. This is exactly how it should be treated. Not with your fucking bullshit, 97% failure rate, fucking chemotherapy that makes the system nothing but fucking money. And I bet you the doctors, when they say that, oh, we're going to give you chemo, I bet you they don't tell you that it has a 97% failure rate. But it's not even that. The reason you got cancer in the first place is because your fucking lifestyle's fucked. So even if they kill the cancer and fuck your immune system doing it with chemo, afterwards you're going to get sick from something else that's going to kill you down the road. Like, it's not going to help, because the cancer wasn't genetic, it wasn't natural, but it was your immune system getting bad and the fucking bad cells just building up. But guess what? When you fast, the tough cells your body will kill that shit. I got a girl I'm helping right now with cancer, and we're going to fucking kill that fucking cancer. You mark my fucking words. Now, fasting and religion. This one is going to be interesting.
I'll answer a question quick.
Go ahead.
What kind of withdrawals/symptoms did you experience? I read some scary experiences online.
So now this is the thing. I was already water fasting for so long because I read a story about a guy where, you know, he was having troubles after like 7-8 hours. He is an aquaholic, not aquaholic. So like I didn't have any issues other than just getting weak after a while. And that headache at about 48 hours, but that headache didn't even last, and it was minor. It was like maybe a half-hour headache, because I'm like, oh, fuck, this headache came on, and I'm like, oh, fuck, so this is going to be like, this can't be right. Like, this headache's got to go, or this, obviously, that's my body saying that this isn't going to work, so how long do I give it to get rid of the headache? But it went away quite quick. So as long as you're water fasting for a long time first, and especially if you get down to a healthy state of being, dry fasting is a joke. But now if you're majorly fucked up, then just like water fasting is going to be even worse. Okay? So fasting is easy. The easier, the healthier you get. It gets easier. That's the whole thing. So you want to start, but the length of the fast when you're water fasting is key, because you can't break food addictions back to losing weight. You can't break fucking food addictions when you have like an 8-16 window with a mainstream intermittent fasting situation. You can't break the fucking food addiction. You gotta have at least a 48-hour fucking swing at the start to get your body deep into forced ketosis. Okay, now, so fasting and religion. Now, when we were out for tea the other night when I was doing my fast, I was having all these epiphanies, and I'm just thinking about shit and fasting and why they did it back in those days, and we're talking, and like Maz is Muslim, and so here's the thing. Fasting has been around forever, and I realized the reason the religions pushed it so hard is because it's that fucking good for you. Okay? They didn't have the science. They're just getting into the science this year. So people that start running their mouths about science and think that we know everything, your fucking ego's huge. Humans aren't that evolved yet as far as knowing everything about your human body. They aren't even fucking close. The guy who's won the Nobel Prize this year talking about autophagy, this fucking year. Dry fasting is the main thing that ties to autophagy. And he's just talking about it this year where it's getting more mainstream to where he won the Nobel Prize. Your fucking little fucking studies that you do aren't that fucking recent. They're not that evolved. Okay? The religions were doing it for a reason, because it's fucking, one, super healthy. Two, it brings you to a much higher state of being. That's why they did it. But guess what? Because our soft-ass fucking society is getting, especially in North America, but it's getting worse everywhere. The religions are getting soft. The true religion itself, if you went back to the past, things have been so tweaked. People are getting fucking soft. You know, they adjust the fast. You know, for 40 days of Lent, back in the day, you're supposed to fucking not eat anything or drink water all day. As far as I know, I was trying to find out about it. And then you'd go to the mass, and then you'd eat at night. That's a fucking dry fast. But guess what? Now they've adjusted it. And you think they adjusted to the harder direction? Fuck no. People are fucking soft. And it starts with the priests and the leaders. Because if they're not fucking doing it, how the fuck are you going to have a good mentor? It's just like a fat fitness trainer. It's a fucking joke. So that's the thing. These religions are getting soft. And like Maz is Muslim, at least they're still practicing Ramadan. But even then, most of the people aren't doing it for the right reasons. It's like, how many people actually are like, oh, they're looking forward to Ramadan. And they're doing, that religion is way more hardcore, which is better than all these other soft-ass religions that aren't even fasting at all. Like all these Christians and Catholics, they don't even fast anymore. Like real fast, like, oh, whoa, you didn't eat for fucking 12 hours, whoop-de-fucking do. And see, it gives purpose and it gives passion about the religion. See, like say you're going to be passionate to be a Muslim because it's like initiation. It's like you got to do something to stay in the club. And that's why a lot of these religions are so fucking weak anymore. It's just like a gang. It's like you got to go fucking do something hardcore to get in that gang. And then it's like this group of people that are tightly knit. It's almost, well, I don't want to get to saying this is a religion, like my snake diet. But the idea of people being passionate about the life they live because they got to like do a 48-hour, like, you know, they're fasting 48 hours or 72 or whatever. They're fasting and they have like a step up because they have less addictions. And that's why the purest form of these religions, if you go way back in time, people were hard fucking core. But these are even getting soft. That's why I actually have a lot of respect for the Muslim religion, because they at least still fast for that month. And it's a complete dry fast. Which if you're used to it, and this is the other thing. It's like they get the healthiest in the year during the dry fasting month. They get the healthiest during that month. So do you think, like, what's your God's name? Allah? Allah. Do you think Allah was like just making people fast for sport? The whole reason is the fucking religion was making people fast to keep them healthy. Okay? And keep them tough and keep them aware and have high self-awareness. This is why they were doing it. But they did not have the science to back up why the fuck it worked, but they knew that it worked. Just like me. Like, I don't got every piece of scientific fucking proof that it works, but I fucking do it and I know it works because I've done your stupid 6-meal-a-day fucking diet. I've drank 20, when I used to work at World Health, I used to drink like 6 liters of water a day, of fucking tap water. And I never felt that great. And now I'm getting to the point, so I went from 6 liters a day down to a little bit less water, but a quality water. So I was drinking probably 2.5, 3 liters a day of Evian water. Now I'm getting right away from water. I'm doing the exact opposite of what they're telling you. And I'm so hydrated that my mouth is salivating when I woke up this morning from the fucking hydration I'm getting from the fucking food. Is your mouth salivating when you wake up? Fuck no, it's not. Your mouth's always dry. I haven't drank water since fucking 1 in the morning, and it's now 6:30 at night. And I'm still fucking gold. I could still go run. Like, I'm so hydrated, okay?
Oh, wait, a question. How much weight did you lose in your dry fast?
Oh, good question. So starting weight was right around like 167 was my fasted starting weight, okay? Then I ate all that food that night, and I got up to about 170. Like, it was 10. It was a lot of water, right? It was about, I think I was like 177. So 167, gained like 10 pounds after I ate. And in 5 days, my lowest I got to was 156.4 pounds. And that's as low as I would let myself, like, that was me. That was literally metabolism going to be slowing down at that point, right? I could feel it. But I recovered quick because today I feel great. I'm going to go to the gym tomorrow. Tonight, like I said, I'm going to eat all these vegetables and fruit for my water. I'm so excited about this water idea because having water is, you know what's funny? I was at the gym the other day, and this one fucking fitness trainer, he's like eating his goddamn rice and his chicken and his broccoli. Well, he's training somebody when they're paying him $60 an hour. But I always see people with their water bottle, you aquaholics. You always got to have your little fucking water bottle on you. You know, like, it doesn't need to be there. It doesn't need to be there. Your body, people that always talk about nutrition as well, like, your body has everything as long as you're not like going and running sprints and training your bag off. When you're at rest, your body has everything you need already when you're at rest. When you're at rest, you don't need shit. You only need nutrients when you're active. So, like, you can get away with nothing. That's why I could pull off a 5-day fucking dry fast. Obviously, I didn't eat or drink anything, so where was the nutrition? Where was it? It's in your fucking gut. It's in your fat. You know, that's what it is. It's that easy. The only way you can figure it out, though, is if you actually had the balls to go do something like that. Which is very interesting how I kind of got motivated through a few things to actually finally do it because, like I said, I was sick. But there's another situation where I got invited to a dry fasting site. And I mentioned to the guy running the site how, is there any difference between urine fasting and dry fasting? And he, like, anyway, there's a long story short, there was actually a girl that had a transformation. And I'll tell people this story quick. So this girl did this transformation. This is why I took that one down if people didn't notice. Because she lost like a bunch of weight dry fasting, but then she was like practicing like a fasting focused routine. Like, okay, like when I preach fasting, like I said before, like dry fasting, wet fasting, intermittent fasting, blah, 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 blah. It's all fasting. Like, it's all good, okay? But what happened was this girl let me put up a before and after, and it was kind of like, basically she didn't lose all the weight with me. But I let her put up the picture, and we didn't claim it was for me. But this one guy that was on this dry fasting site went and creeped me and seen that her picture was up on my snake diet page. And then they all started trying to blow my shit up. And so I realized that it might be like a misconfusion. So I took the transformation down. Okay. But now that guy fucking blocked me off that fucking dry fasting page. But I'll thank him because this is probably one of the reasons why I did this as well. Questions? Okay. So religion. So that's the main thing. The religion itself understands how important fasting is. But nowadays, everybody's skewing the religion. They're really cutting things short where they're like, oh, you don't need to do this. You can just, you can have that snack in the morning. That counts during Lent. You can have that. Like, fuck. That's the whole thing. It's like me, the way I coach people. People are like, can I chew gum? And I'm like, no, you can't. You know, because the reason, then I say why. So it's like, because obviously if it's got sugar and it's for sure junk, but even if it's got a calorie-free sweetener, it's still going to fuck with your insulin and it's going to make you hungry mentally. But that's not even the point. These are all escapes. They're all escapes. Okay? If I start giving into one thing, it's a slippery slope. I'm a fucking addict. I help people break addictions. I help them break every fucking addiction and bring themselves right back to the best version of themselves with no addictions, nothing. So I can't fucking be like, yeah, chew your little fucking calorie-free gum. Like it's a fucking escape because you're bored or whatever it is, or you need something. So it's this escape. Like that's why. And it's the same with the religion, with the fasting. They can't fucking actually do it. Like you don't have enough passion for your religion to actually practice the shit properly. Like that's what it's all about. Fucking people are just fucking crybabies. And that's what I do. I fix crybabies. So number 3, why your addiction to money is making you fat. This is good. I used to be this guy. So let's start simple. So usually your addiction to money is caused by the society around you. Saying that you need this, you need that, you need to go buy this new fucking dress, you need to go buy this new fucking shirt, you need to go back and fucking have a shiny car. Speaking of the car, quick off topic, the last night I was fasting right before I broke my fast. My buddy here, he told me about this movie site. And I put on Into the Wild. And I don't know if you haven't seen that movie, it's about this kid. He graduates from college and he's so sick of fucking society. And his parents are rich, and he ends up basically he's driving this beater of a car, and before he fucks off, he leaves and he ends up dying at the end. He goes to Alaska, and he just wants to be like at peace with nature. This kid, and like I could resonate with that when I'm laying in bed fasting like that. I'm like, holy fuck! Like, so this guy had this car, and his parents are like, I got you a new car. We got you a new fucking car. He didn't even want the car because he liked his old car. It's not that he liked his old car so much as that. New stuff stresses you the fuck out. Stress equals fat. Possessions stress you out. Like when I had a pile of money back in the day, like I fucking made a ton of money in the stock market and lost it all because I still wasn't happy because it's like I got the money almost like you're playing a fucking slot machine at the casino, and then you win 10 grand and it's like, yay, but then the novelty wears off and you just throw the 10 grand back in the fucking machine. That's what I did when I was playing the stock market. I had a car that was worth like 130 grand. And if I had that car right now parked out front, it would be stressing me out because I'd be scared that it might get damaged. And now I just got my piece of shit parked out front. It fucking keeps me at bay. Anything in your life, if you can cut it the fuck out. So now if you need money to get these possessions that fucking society tells you need to have, just like when you're getting a new phone every 2 fucking days, you don't need a new fucking phone. Like, my sister actually, I bought her the very first iPhone for Christmas. It might have been the best present I could ever bought somebody. She had that phone till it was fucking destroyed, wrecked, and she still tried to use it. And then she finally got a new phone. But you don't need to keep having these possessions. I suggest people watch a show called Minimalism. So when you're working a job to get possessions because you think you need this shit and you fucking surround yourself with all this stuff, it stresses you out because the job usually you fucking hate because your true passion is something you don't feel you could make money at to survive. But then when you're living a life how I do, I can survive on basically nothing. Then you're working a job that you fucking hate, or you might even enjoy your job, but you're fucking chasing the dollar to buy garbage, and you fucking work too many fucking hours, and then you have the excuse that you can't follow a proper eating routine because you fucking work too much, and then you get fat, and then your cortisol gets up, and then next thing you know, you're 40 years old, and you're calling me to lose fucking weight after you've made $10 million in fucking Alberta oil patch or some shit. Because you know what? In the end, once you got fat and you got unhealthy, all that money you made in the past doesn't mean fuck all. Doesn't mean a goddamn thing. People gotta wake the fuck up. All that shit you buy, this is all part of this. Like fat loss, it's all part of it. It's part of what I do. It's addictions. It's addictions. You gotta got to beat these addictions. Because you know what? I'm going to try to, like, I live right now, I'm fucking paying like $600 a month rent. I got a decent place, but I won't even fucking get something that's like more like even pure than where I'm at. Because taking stuff away from, like when I take things away, my stress level drops even more. Even more. And if you can lose the stress, you lose the weight. So anything you got going in your life that stresses you the fuck out, if you are in a relationship that's stressing you out, you got to cut that fucking loose. And this takes balls. And you got to face your fear. Because a lot of people, they can't speak up. There's a reason why all you people that have been getting a hold of me on these messages, why I make you post that fucking snake diet logo on your fucking Facebook page. So you can handle that fucking judgment. Because you know why? Because it'll just be a headache for me to help you if you haven't broke the fucking judgment and the insecurity issues. It all comes back to that judgment. The fucking addiction to money. It's the judgment. It's like you need this, you need that. If you got purpose, you don't need shit. Gandhi had a robe. You think he was fucking dressing all blinging up and fucking, where'd you used to work again?
Calvin Klein.
Yeah, like we think Gandhi's wearing Calvin Klein fucking bullshit? No. Nobody that ever wore Calvin Klein even compares to Gandhi. Nobody. Fuck. So money addiction is one of the worst because it's not truly the money addiction, but it can be. And like, let's talk about Warren Buffett. Like for all you MLMers out there are always preaching, here's how you make more money. Here's how you get more success. What you think success is. It's not fucking money. Success is pumping value into society. I'm pumping crazy value into society right now. I help people every day. Value, 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 value. Okay? For all these fucking people that think Warren Buffett's some sort of genius, he's a fucking huge, huge, huge fucking money addict. The man will drink a case of pop to fucking sell you pop. Like that's so low vibration. Other things, let's talk like even people I know. You know, the work. It's like, oh, you're making good bank. You're making good fucking bank. But you're fucking fat. You're out of shape. Oh, I didn't get my sleep last night. Now you're hurt. Anything that fucks your sleep up, cut out. You know, people like look at status in such the wrong way. Status, your health is all you have. And in the end, when you're 40, 50, 60, 70 years old, and you're all fucked up, and you look back, and you're surrounded by your fucking big house or whatever, and you got like your fucking BMW in the goddamn driveway, and you got fucking hemorrhoids, and you have a tough time walking, and you know, and you're on fucking all sorts of meds because your crooked fucking doctors sell you the meds because they don't even know what's wrong with you. You'll be fucking thinking back to this talk, and you'll be like, fuck! That's exactly what you'll think. And I'm just lucky because everything that happened to me was just dead luck. Dead fucking luck. In fact, probably because I was so competitive when I was a kid, anybody that told me I couldn't fucking do something now just makes me want to do it. Probably some of the people that are my biggest, actually that's true. The people that give me the most hate, a lot of times are the reason I do crazy shit. I like feed off of that. It makes me try it because I hate fucking opinionated people that have no experience. I hate that. They have nothing, no experience, yet they'll run their fucking mouth and they have no fucking experience whatsoever. They're absolutely useless. All that they do, and another thing, reading is good, but you know what? It isn't good when you don't know what to fucking read. Example, when I go do a dry fast like that, now I have the experience. So now when I go read something about fucking you need this much water a day or you'll die, blah, blah, blah. As soon as I read the first sentence and I see that, fuck, I throw that article in the garbage. Because I know it's bullshit because I just fucking proved it wrong. And my body's not fucking that much different than yours. So then, when I see articles that match the experience I went through, those articles have fucking value. Most of the shit you read is fucking bullshit. And the reason you get tricked is because you don't fucking have the balls to try something. That's it. So people are like, I read this. Don't just believe the first thing you want to see on Google. I have this happen all the time. People are like, oh, but here, this is how this works, and then they send a fucking Google link. 2 seconds, because you can find anything on fucking the internet. If you want to believe that eating sour soothers is good for you and makes you lose weight, you'll find an article on the fucking internet that says it. it's going to be a fucking bullshit article, but it'll tell you that. So, and if you're a sour soother addict, of course you're going to fucking buy into it. Because it's your rationalization. The internet will help you rationalize anything. Fuck. You can find any bullshit. You gotta have experience, and the only way you're ever gonna get the experience if you have fucking enough nerve to face your fears. So anyone that's like, anybody that badmouths fasting or anything, if you haven't tried it, shut the fuck up. And if people are trying to do it around you and you do not know the science, shut the fuck up. Because a lot of people I'm helping, they're getting crazy results. And the biggest part I have to deal with, that's why I started that group. That's why I started the Snake Diet Motivation Group. Because now it's like a group of people that are motivating others, and you can't stop that fucking train. But when it's like little individuals, it's easy to kind of attack them one at a time. When you get people in a fucking group, you can't stop the train. See, there's a reason for that. I'm trying to funnel everybody to that group now. And let that group it'll just carry, because I got some really experienced fasters that I've been helping. Like, if I got people right now, like I don't have enough body fat on me. I got people right now that can fucking go longer than me without fucking food or water easy. If they had the mentality, if they had the perseverance to do it, they could go way longer than I could. Like, I was maxed out at 5 days. Like 6, I would have been probably getting fucked up because I was just that's all I had for body fat. I got people that are obese that could fucking do crazy shit. Crazy. You know? So that group is awesome that way, because it just motivates the fuck out of everybody, and then it's hard for people to fall off track. But if they're by themselves and they start getting attacked on Facebook for doing something, then it's easy for them to fucking fall off. And then the only way for them to get back on track is when they message me and I give them like a pep talk. But I can't give fucking 5,000 people pep talks every day because I just don't have time. So what happens, I get people pep talking for me. And that's all about that group. Okay? What do we got for time? Holy fuck. Whoa, I'm running my mouth loss tonight. I'm actually not even getting deep into these, fuck's sakes. So number 4, the last thing we're going to talk about is this $1,000 fat loss contest again. So basically the rules for this fat loss contest are on my Snake Diet Facebook page, okay? If you scroll down, they're there. And really, there is no rules. The only rule really is you need to have your first set of pictures can't be earlier than today. But say if somebody wanted to jump in that contest like in a week or 2 weeks, or even 2 days before it's done, they could still jump in. I don't give a fuck if you jump in a month down the road. It's a 2-month contest. If you think you can beat everybody in one month worth of dieting, fuck, go for it. It's open season. All you need, it's up to you. Give me the best fucking testimonial you can possibly make. The best testimonial. So the more pictures, the better. The more pictures, the better. Details. And when you're the testimonial, where you'll post it, is on my Snake Diet Facebook business page. And you'll post the whole testimonial. Okay? And what'll happen is you'll post it there. And then you'll post your pictures. And you can do a write-up, and it's just going to be like a normal post. But you're going to be posting it at my page. That's it. And so all the testimonials will be on the page. And then we can go through them all. And everyone can see them all. It's everything I do. If people don't notice this by now, it's all about facing your fear of judgment. That's why I make people invite all their fucking friends to like my page. It gives me wicked publicity. Plus, it makes you face your fear of judgment. Because sure as shit, you'll invite somebody that'll check the page out and be like, hey, this is fucking stupid. And then I make you post my Snake Diet logo. It's your fear of judgment. And guess who the most judgmental people are? Your fucking family members and your closest friends. They're the worst ones. Usually, there's a few different reasons. A lot of times when you're trying to better yourself, people like don't want you to maybe get better because they're scared they'll lose you. You know, they're not jealous so much as they're actually scared that they'll just lose you. And you know what? They will lose you. Because you get to the point where you're just a so much better version of yourself that you just cut them out of your fucking life. That's what happens. And that's why people that are on my diet, you want to get people around you doing it, like, especially if you had a girlfriend or a boyfriend, because the fucking, like, it's just going to break apart if one person's bettering themselves and the other person's not. Because here's what happens. This is exactly what happens. I got people sometimes, I'm coaching the guy or the girl. I do coach more women than men. Probably because 2 reasons. Men, a lot of times, are scared to even say anything because they got to be the man, so they can't be like, oh, I fucking hate being fat. They got to be the man, so they won't ask for help. Then the women get so ridiculed in society now about their looks that fucking brings them, and there's lots of that. But the 2 people, something's got to give. If one person's practicing a fasting-focused lifestyle, you're going to get wicked results. You just can't fucking deny it. That's why this works. It's free. It's fucking free. Like, people go use all the, they do so much and spend so much. Your fucking skin, your everything just heals. It's fucking free. Your stupid MLM business that you're selling skincare products is a fucking joke compared to this. And this is free. All the stuff, all the meds you're on, all the bullshit meds for your blood pressure, everything. Everything. This is how you get true vitality. True fucking vitality. And it's fucking free. All you gotta do is fucking do it. I don't need to sell this. I'm not selling fuck all. I don't make any money. I have, like, right now I got 3 paying clients. And the only reason they pay me is because they take more of my time because they call me every day. I'm helping everyone for fucking free. Okay? And the reason I do that is because the value I'm going to get in the future is going to be something special compared to just fucking trying to, hit that one client, like, at the gym up for a $60 bill for a session. There's so much more value in this. It's something special. It's something you can do. You can do it. Your grandma can do it. Your fucking grandpa can do it. Your kid can do it. Your dog can do it, for fuck's sake. I even talked about animals fasting, right? Everybody can do it. Everybody can do it. You just got to not be scared. You got to not be scared, and you got to be able to handle that fucking judgment from everyone around you, and you got to understand that a lot of times people aren't looking out for your best interest. The people that are pumping you up, good. People that aren't, fuck them. Cut them out. They're fucking a waste of your time. Complete fucking waste of fucking time. Back to the fat loss contest. Yeah.
So any specific, what would be the specific stuff you would want on your testimonials?
Okay. So minimum what you should have is pictures. So it's basically a 2-month routine, right? So every 2 weeks, so the starting pictures you want, so front, hands up to the side, and then you want, can you see? And then side, and then back. So you want to do a front, side, back at least every 2 weeks. And the reason I'm doing that is then I will not be able to be fucking fooled. You can't fucking fool me. You're not going to get you're not going to be able to fool me on a testimonial. Okay, so don't worry about that for you other people that are worried that somebody could cheat. They're not going to fucking fool me. Trust me on this. So you want pictures every 2 weeks. You want that minimum. You want to take them every week, but even be better. Okay? So that's the main part. Pictures, and it's strictly a testimonial based on the change in appearance, but you can put in the weight loss because that's cool. Like, write that in there. Like, if you lost fucking 100 pounds, write it in. Like, it's cool stuff. Okay? I'm looking at the overall best testimonial. So the weight loss will count somewhat. Just say if there was 2 people where the transformation was like, fuck, we can't decide who had a better transformation, but one person has like log documentation that they might have lost some more weight, maybe that would help. But then that could be lied about, though. The weight loss could be lied about because they could bullshit the scale somehow. I'm not there to weigh them, so. Okay, so mainly the pictures, and then write something up good. Like, this is cool stuff. The results you can get from this way of eating are insane. And also, I might start doing like another video in the middle of the week now. Because I know that I can help more people. Like, optimally, if it gets big enough, I'd probably just do a talk every night. But I won't do that yet. But yeah, so that's what you need for the testimonial. Just as much documentation as you can have. A nice full testimonial. Okay? The pictures, so you're going to have your starting pictures, week 2, week 4, week 6, and then there should be 5 sets of pictures and 5 sets with 3 pictures each. And I'll tell you right now, the less clothing you have on, the better. Like, I don't think Facebook will I don't even care if you're butt naked as long as you cover your penis and boobs and vagina or whatever, right? As long as they're covered up with something, I don't care if you're butt naked. but I don't know what Facebook allows. So that's your discretion, because obviously if you got clothes on, you're not going to be able to fucking tell, like, you're not going to be able to tell exactly how good the transformation was, right? So the more, like, obviously women, bikinis, men, like underwear, Speedos, or whatever you got, right? So that's the main part for that. I hope I hit on, I'm pretty sure anybody did have questions about the salt, because I've been getting that a lot. So when you start, like I said, I'm starting to practice no water, but with the salt, main thing is, start out at, say, I'm not a nutritionist, this is what I'm saying. Start out at maybe 1 teaspoon throughout the day of pink salt. And however you feel, cut it back. If you feel you're not that active, cut it back. Just don't pound all that salt in one shot of fucking water. You'll get the shits. Okay? And then the potassium chloride, start with about 2 teaspoons is 5,000 milligrams approximately. So by going with 1.5, that's under what they recommend. So that's a good start. Usually with the potassium, and they got to be balanced though. So because if you're low on sodium, the sodium will leave your body, and then the potassium will follow. So you got to make sure. You'll always tell if you start getting twitchy muscles or cramps. You can tell right away when you're low on potassium, and obviously you lost enough sodium that your potassium got depleted as well. So go ahead.
Do you need to see our faces in the pics, or can we put an emoji on the face?
You can put an emoji on the face, but make sure that you have something to prove it's you. So, like, if a girl had a tattoo or something, you can tell. So you want to make sure there's something in there that proves that it's you. So make sure it proves it's you. There's a million things you can do. Make sure people can tell that it's you. And if you put your face in the picture, you're facing your fear of judgment, so I recommend it. Any other ones?
No.
Cool. We're going to wrap that up. And, yeah, if anybody has any questions about that contest, you can private message me on Facebook, and make sure, obviously, add yourself to that motivational group. That motivational group also is not just ran by me. I got another girl that's helped me out with that because it fucking takes too much time. And like my Snake Diet Facebook business page, give me a 5-star review. Because the review you're giving me is just something that helps me. Basically, I want to help more people, so you guys are helping me. Like all you people that are watching this right now, it's because I made you guys pump me so much on the internet that it's coming back, and the trade-off was me helping you for you to give me publicity. And that's what it does when you give me like the reviews and stuff on Facebook, because it spools my shit through the system, and then I can just help more people. Okay? So yeah, give me a 5-star review and just say that I'm fucking awesome. And say that I help people lose weight like nobody else's business and get healthy. And then I also got my Instagram. You can follow me on there. And then YouTube. My YouTube, I was off the wagon a bit last week just because I was sick a bit. But I'm going to be pumping those fucking YouTubes out hardcore now. And I'm going to get a little more specific with some of the ways that I'm eating on those YouTubes. So make sure you subscribe to that YouTube channel. Yeah, because usually I was making a fair amount of YouTubes and I got fucked up. So, and yeah, anybody has any questions? You can always private message me. Or if you have friends that have questions, make sure you motivate your friends. Don't tell them they're fucking shit up, because you know what? The way they've been eating and dieting or whatever they've been doing up till now has fucked them up. See, people, that's one thing I want to hit on real quick. There's like 1 minute left. The way they've been teaching us everything, people are fucked up. You can't really go wrong with trying something new, because what they're teaching you doesn't work. It doesn't work. You know it doesn't work. Fucking admit, like, it doesn't work. You know, I got a woman now that's gonna have a PhD in medicine. I'm fucking coaching her. PhD in fucking medicine, and she came to the fucking redneck from Drayton Valley, Alberta for fucking dieting help. That's how much faith she has in that education system. Okay? So, PM me for help, and until next time, remember the same thing, next Sunday, 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Be there. I'm going to make another event, and everybody have a great night, and get that fat in ya!